So Deontay Wilder is a boxing champion. So he was the heavyweight champion for years.
Okay.
So he started out as he was just like working in like you know how most boxers be boxers from their kids.
I was gonna say,
Since
yeah.
kids, no, he wasn't that. He had a different story.
He just could fight.
He just could fight, and
he just had hands.
if you know his boxing style, that's how he lost, and that's how he won. Because he didn't really have the technique everybody else had. He just had so much of a punch.
He was like powerful.
So powerful that he can just punch you, knock you out. He was a knockout king.
Oh,
so,
okay.
He made hundreds of millions of dollars boxing. You know, he's this big successful boxer. He's lost the last few fights, so he's kind of out of the media. A lot of people don't talk about him. I actually met him before.
Heavyweight though.
Heavyweight, a great dude, man. So boxing champion Deontay Wilder. He got engaged to this young lady. Mm-hmm. Her name is I think
it here?
Is Noel
former fiance
or something like that. Something with an N. But boxing champion Deontay Wilder says he stepped up not as a stepdaddy. Right. So she has a son. His fiance has a son.
Okay.
He stepped up not as a stepdad, but as a father.
Uh-huh.
As a father to his fiance's son. Mm-hmm. They have a child together. I believe they have a daughter together.
So it's like a blended family.
So a blended family. He went as far as putting the fiance and the new son on his will. Now he has other kids. Right. So he said in the interview, he set his kids down and said, how you feel about, I'm about to get married to, whatever her name is.
Add in your stepbrother.
And we're going to add your stepbrother. We're going to bring him in as a family. We all are going to be one. I'm going to put him on the wheel. Now, it is going to kind of dilute y'all share a little bit, but they're going in on the wheel. He said the kids were okay with it. Everybody embraced him. It wasn't a stepdaddy. I was the father.
Okay.
Now, he started having some issues. There was some domestic violence allegations.
Oh, not the heavy. It's always the boxers that have. I don't know
that's
why.
An easy thing to do, though. You dating a famous boxer. All you got to do is go to the police and say, "Oh, he's putting his hands on me." That's an easy thing.
I'm just saying.
Everybody's going to believe that.
It's always them, though. Also, it's always them.
So
it's never the soccer man. You.
They're definitely easy targets, football players, because they're very aggressive.
Oh
they're very violent in their nature because that's how they became who they became. But we don't know. There was no convictions.
Okay.
There was
just accusations.
There was just accusations, and she took that and got a restraining order.
Okay.
We all know it's kind of easy to get a restraining order for good reasons because you don't want to make it hard to get a restraining order because women go home and get denied a restraining order.
He could have got one against her.
And then now they end up, they end up dying. So it's like you want to make it easy for women to get a restraining order. But this guy basically put her on there, and once him and the mom started having some type of friction, the son basically said, "You're not my fucking daddy. Like you're not my daddy."
What?
And he like, "What? Like what you mean I'm not your like? I know I'm not your dad, but
also yes I am.
You're living in my mansion. You're riding off my coattail. Yeah. I put you in my will. You are my." He did everything but adopted him. Yeah. Because you can like legally adopt.
I was going to say he didn't legally.
He probably was going to eventually get there.
I was going to say, well, you probably should have started with that before you ended up.
No, you probably should. No, he probably should have started with just actually getting married, but they wasn't even married. He put them in the wheel.
Wow.
And they were not married yet.
I wonder if he had if he was sick, he felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people get scared and they're like, let me.
Sick in the head, meaning he's crazy. I don't know what would cause you to put your girlfriend in your will. There's no situation or no scenario where I'm putting my girlfriend son in my will. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'll take care of you. Like, I ain't never dated a woman with kids, so I'm the wrong guy to talk about this in terms of what niggas be thinking about. But I wouldn't. There's no way.
He definitely did it out of order.
Yes.
He definitely did it out of order, and I don't know. That's why I'm like, was he fiance? I just want to see. Let's see why he might have.
She pretty. It's always
I was about
the light
to say
skins,
maybe she got that.
You know what I'm saying? It's always y'all light skin.
I don't listen. Don't do that. Don't do that. They be picking wrong. They picks wrong.
It's always the light skin. Nah, I'm joking, y'all.
Yeah, maybe it was the BBL.
Her name is Telly Whiff. Look like.
Let me visit the thing.
I thought her name started with an N, for example. I don't know.
Yeah, it says ex fiance. Munchie accused boxer of domestic violence. Yeah, Taylor Swift. Wait, not not to knock off Taylor Swift.
Exactly right. But that was so crazy, and obviously there's a lot of people out here who was raised by their stepdad or was raised by
Right.
another man that's other than their father, and I can understand that. But as a man, I don't care. You always have to set a boundary and tell kids the truth. Don't go around here acting and playing like you're somebody's father when you're really not, and you're giving them that. Especially, my problem is they know their father. My problem is their dad is alive. So at any given chance, that person can get their act together, and you have to, as a man, let them back into their life.
So if the father was dead, different. But if the father's alive, you got to take a step back.
I think it's
But what if the
different.
father's a deadbeat? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think deadbeat. Because the problem with the deadbeat situation is, and you know you're gonna kill me for this. It's not always the father's fault.
Oh my God!
It could be a situation where the father was a deadbeat, but now he's not anymore.
Okay.
So, my philosophy, if you were a deadbeat from 0 to 2, that don't mean you have to be a deadbeat from 2 to 18.
That's true.
Or 2 to 21. You can get your act together. You can wake up one day, niggas go to jail and now they want to get themselves together. Or now you got a job, or you know what I'm saying? A lot of men be insecure about not being able to provide. So now you got yourself together, now you want to provide. As a man, I feel like if that's that man's daughter or son, you're supposed to give him his time with his daughter or son. So now you got this damn boy in your wheel and all of that, taking care of him, and now he like, you're not my dad. Yeah. What do you mean I'm not your dad? I'm doing more than your dad has ever done for you.
I told my biological dad he's not my dad, so
See, you would have been cut out the wheel right then.
He actually did cut me out the wheel.
Damn, that's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It happens. Yeah. But I feel like that. My point in saying that is, you got to be ready to be a father regardless of who the kid is. So, yes.
That's a crazy statement.
That's a sting. That's a sting.
Statement.
But if you have taken the responsibility of being a father, then take that responsibility of being a father. That comes with some harmful, nasty
Even
stuff.
when they say you're not my dad anymore?
Comes with some harmful, nasty stuff.
See, women don't have to go through this.
No, I didn't talk to my mom for like 2 years. She let me down.
Women don't have to go through this, because when y'all come in relationships, a lot of times.
That part, okay.
A lot of times when y'all come in relationships, it's kind of shifting now because women are making money and y'all having real careers. But like traditionally, when y'all come in, y'all are being the one being provided for. Y'all are not doing the providing. So as a man, it sound good to say, yeah, just take everybody in, but it's like, well, that's a whole nother mouth to feed. That's a whole nother person I gotta send to private school. That's a whole nother person I gotta clothe and protect. That's a whole nother person I'm responsible for. That's a whole nother person I have to send to college or send to some type of trade school so they can be a good stand-up citizen. So it's kind of hard to say, like, yeah, you need to step up and be a father no matter what. Hell no, because if I'm actively paying for you to go to basketball practice and all of this other
these private schools and prep schools and
and you come and tell me you're not even my dad. Well, I'm acting like your dad, so I should be able to raise my voice and tell you shut your ass up.
So are you saying that it's just more egregious because he really isn't his biological father? Because my thing is, okay, what if your biological kid says something out of pocket?
Well, then you tell him shut up and go home. Not go home.
Go to your room.
Go to your room, because
I would have did the same thing. Like, shut up, go to your room. You sound dumb.
No, not when you're not
I'm your
married
father
to the mom.
Okay, yeah.
When we're not married,
he did it out of order.
He definitely did it out of order.
If
they were married,
I was about to say, yeah, my uncle adopted my cousin, but they got married first. I didn't even know my cousin was adopted until like somebody in the family slipped up and said it. I didn't
Black
even.
families, they be hiding.
I'm trying to tell you, you don't know who's who. That's why I was like, "Mom, is he my dad?" I'm gonna just go ahead and say no. But no, And it went in a certain order. And that's not to say that they didn't have their friction, but that you still my son. Like, so he married his mom, adopted him, squared him away, everything, paid for got get in trouble, paid for his legal fees. You know what I'm saying? So
this is what I'm saying. So being a father and raising somebody doesn't necessarily mean you have to be biologically that person's father.
Right.
But it comes with a lot of responsibilities. And when the child is old enough to articulate that you're not my dad, that means they're old enough to realize that you're being a simp. You're having some simp behavior, and I'm exposing you in front of everybody, and I'm ungrateful. That kid ungrateful as hell. I don't care. But
kids are ungrateful.
Kids are very ungrateful. And people say being a stepdad is like one of the most selfless things you can do. And I'm just like, well,
I think being a step parent, period, is one of the most selfless, because you're literally stepping into a role that I'm not going to say you didn't necessarily choose. It chose you, and you accepted it. It chose you, and you accepted it. And if you're a good parent, you'll do good to those children. I don't like the whole, parents acting like, oh, you the redheaded stepchild, because here's the thing, on the other side of the spectrum, it gets real evil.
Yes, it
gets like, oh yeah, I got all the kids' clothes, not you.
Yeah, remember that viral? I don't know. It turned out to be fake, but it was like a viral clip about the man bringing the McDonald's for his daughter and not the other kid.
Yes, it was fake.
Yeah, that turned out to be fake. Apparently, they do skits like the family. They do skits all the time.
That's crazy.
That was a very good skit. I want to recreate.
That's so harsh. That's so harsh. But I bet you a lot of people related to it. Yeah, like imagine,
because that's whack to me. To be honest, if I'm dating a girl, like I'm just the type of dude that I'm not cheap with my money. Like, I'm cheap, but I had to get out of that because I feel like being cheap, you don't get nowhere in life, because you get blessed when your money is abundantly flowing and you're like, you just need to be around better people. If you feel like you don't want to take care of the people around you, you just kind of need to be around better people. That's my philosophy as a man. So like,
I like that.
If I'm going to date a girl and she has a child, like, while I'm there, I'm not going to go as far as putting a person on my wheel or a child on my wheel or doing all this. But if I got a girl and she has a daughter or a son and it's Christmas, I'm buying the kids something for Christmas. I'm buying them some shoes. I'm buying them some clothes. If I'm dating a girl and she has a child and they're going to school, I'm buying them a coat. I'm doing these things because I'm taking this. It's a package deal.
It is.
Well, and
a mom and a child is a package deal.
And that's why I just
don't do it.
That's why I just actively decided not to date women with kids, because I know who I am, and I'm not a petty dude, and I'm not going to be that guy showing up with McDonald's only for my child or for one child, and it's 3 kids in there. I'm just not.
That's just crazy. That's just crazy. It's one of those situations where it really shows people like who you are, how you treat people's kids. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because the kids are just,
they're just byproducts of probably
they're innocent bystanders, like in a lot of these friction relationships and that don't be working out, and they just in the crosshairs of all of that. But I would definitely, if I'm dating somebody, that child, I'm not going to go as far as saying I'm going to take care of them like they are mine, because there's certain things that I would do for my child that I wouldn't do for a stepchild. Let me give you an example.
Okay, please. What?
I would send my child to private school. Okay. I wouldn't send my stepchild to private school.
That's crazy. So like, what if you have a child and a stepchild in the same house? One going to private school?
Then I would send both of them to either both of them going to public school or both of them going to private school.
Okay.
But I'm saying, if I'm dating a woman and she has her own kids and I don't have my own, I wouldn't put that kid through private school. No, I wouldn't do that. Because that's an extra curriculum activity that they don't have to.
I don't know. See, you talking big now, but then when you see the potential in these kids, you see the light in their eyes, you see the fire. You're like, man, you going to private school. You could do so with your life.
I wouldn't do that. But if I had a child by the woman, then I would try to give that stepchild the same lifestyle as the actual child, but it's still gonna be hard.
How?
It's still hard.
I don't understand. Like, maybe because I'm not a parent, so I see all kids the same.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I see all kids the same. Like, I can't imagine treating one child differently from another child. Like, all of y'all are bad snot nose.
That's because you don't have a responsibility to do that.
No.
When you have a child, that is now your responsibility, legally, socially.
Yeah.
All of that, all the responsibility bears on you. If that child does something at the school, they gonna lock you up.
Yeah. You see
what I'm saying? But like when you're an auntie or when you're a cousin, that's the easiest position to be in because you can just go over there and when the baby get to crying, get your damn baby. You see what I'm saying? But the baby get to crying or tripping out, and that's your child. You got to step up and be responsible. So Deontay Wilder, man, he dodged a bullet from my perspective because you would have married this woman and something would have happened to you and she would start dogging you out, and then now you got to fight for half your net worth versus now you just got to pay a little child support because they do got a baby together. So